Hi everyone, and welcome to another rave video. Today we are going to be doing an art project. So what are the black and yellow insects that we see outside sometimes? Anybody guess? There's a song about them. They have pointers on the back of their butts. Yeah, they're bees. So today we are going to be making a bee out of our paper plates, our yellow and black paint, and the two little black pipe cleaners on the back of your plate. So it's going to be so much fun. Let's get started. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, I have my paintbrush from our activities that we did last week. If you guys don't have a paintbrush, you can use cotton balls and clothespins, pom-pom balls, you know, pretty much anything that can smear some paint around. You can even use your fingers if you want to get super messy and have fun with it. So I have my paintbrush, my two colors of paint. What color is this color? Yellow. What color is this color? Black. Awesome. So, and then I also have my little paper plate and my two little pipe cleaners on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and peel those off, put them aside because they're one of the last things we're going to do. The first thing we are going to do is take our yellow paint, open it up, and we are just going to paint our entire plate with yellow. So I am going to start in the middle and just start going outwards. Have you guys ever seen a bumblebee in your backyard? Aren't they so cool? Yeah, they're super cool. Cool little bugs. Have you guys heard that song that I'm talking about? It's like, I'm scooping up my baby bumblebee. Won't your mama be so proud of me? I'm scooping up my baby bumblebee. Ooh, it stung me. So I don't know if you guys have heard that song, but it's very cute. So look at, I'm almost done covering my whole entire plate in yellow. Be careful when you get to the edges. Look at, I made a little mess on my countertop. That's okay. We are almost there. And you don't need a ton of paint. You just need enough to cover it all up. But it doesn't need to be super thick or anything like that. Perfect. Yep, the edges are kind of hard, so watch out for that. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with this side. I'm going to move on over to this side. Almost done. Alrighty. So again, it is not perfect, but it does not have to be. There we go. Totally done. Look at that. That whole plate is yellow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now, before we move on to our next part, we are gonna go wash off our paintbrush so we can use it for the black. I'm just gonna run mine under some water. All clean. And then this is also a good time to wash off your hands if you got some paint on them. Boop. Okay, so you can kind of see our plate is starting to dry. So I'm just going to help it along by giving you a couple blows. But while we wait, we can go ahead and take our two little black pipe cleaners. Can you guys guess what these are going to be? Haha, they are going to be the little antennas. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one and we're going to curve it inward to make a little, just a little bendy part on our pipe cleaner. So it kind of looks like that. And then we're going to take the other and we're going to bend it the other direction. So it looks like that. So those are our two antennas. You can make them more of a little spiral if you want to bring it in a little bit more. But I think I'm going to just leave mine almost looking like a little candy cane. So those are my 2 antennas. So I'm gonna set those aside for later as well. Okay, so while we wait for our plate to dry, let's just talk about some cool facts about bees. So bees are super, super, super important because they help other plants grow. They do this by something called pollination. So they take pollen and they spread it around. I don't know if you guys have seen the Bee Movie, which is a very funny movie, but it talks all about this process. So that's one cool fact about bees, is that they help other plants grow. Another cool fact about bees is that they live in something called a hive or a colony. So this is where all the bees come together and where they make their honey. It's so cool. And there's one leader in this hive, and she is the queen. So kind of like the Queen of England. She is the queen of the bees. So each hive has a queen, and all of the other bees are the worker bees. So they go out and they spread all the pollen and they help all the plants. So that's another cool fact about bees. For our very last fact, our last fact brings us back to the queen bee. She is the queen because she lays all of the eggs for the whole colony. So she is creating the next line of bees. It's very, very cool. She's super important. And within the hive, it can house 50,000 bees. That is so many bees. So this hive is big, has so much room for all the bees, and then the queen is in charge of laying all the eggs. So it's very cool process. Bees are super cool, and if you see one, don't be afraid of it, just leave it alone. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go on to the next part of our art activity. Alrighty, so for our next part, we are going to take our plate, take our paintbrush and our paint, and we are going to draw on its black stripes. So I'm gonna have this top part be where its eyes are and where his antenna are going to be. So the bottom part is gonna be his little stripes. So I'm gonna do 3 stripes and we'll count them as we paint. So I'm gonna start my first one here. This is 1 stripe. So I'm gonna go over it a couple times just to make it really dark. And I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. So there's our first stripe. Then I'm gonna make our second stripe right down here. Ooh. So 1, 2. And the last stripe is gonna be all the way at the bottom. 3. And there you go. There are the 3 stripes. You guys can go over this a couple times, make it really dark. But those are our 3 stripes. And now, so you guys can see, I'm going to give him 2 little eyes. All right. You can do this with paint, or you can wait until it's dry and do it with a marker. Or if you have little googly eyes, you can put some of those on. There are his 2 little eyes. Very cute. So now, once we have our 1, 2, 3 black stripes and our 1, 2 eyes, we are going to go ahead and attach our little antennas. So I am going to go wash off my paintbrush one more time. All clean. So now I am going to go back to our yellow, put a little bit more paint just on the top, and that is what I am going to use to help stick on his little, antennae. Stick them on. 1 and 2. Oops, this one is not wanting to stay on. Alrighty, and once you get those guys to stay on there, you can also use glue if you want. Your bee will be done. So this is an example of what your bee could look like when you're all done. You can give him a smiley face, you could do googly eyes, you can really just be super creative and have fun with this project. I hope you guys had so much fun talking and learning about bees while doing this great little art project. I had a blast. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye everybody.